Hello Satanists. Today I want to yet again talk about my favorite Papa, because he is my husband and I love him very much. Papa III, what is there to say? He's charming, made catchy music, won a Grammy and was such a threat to the church they took him out, literally. Welcome to the Papa III was a threat to the church theory. This theory leans on another theory, the one that states that the Papas are nothing more than symbolic leaders, with people like Sister Imperator and Mr. Salterian having the real control over the church. Now, let's go back in time. It's Papa III's time as Papa. Ghost has bursted into the metal mainstream. Meliora is highly successful, even earning a Grammy, and Ghost began to tour with big names like Iron Maiden. As for Papa himself, he was more friendly and charismatic, which allowed people to really like him and simp for him. This was perfect for the church as they were gaining a lot of new fans and followers. Too bad Papa didn't seem to really care for what the church wanted. From the pinnacle to the pit is the starting point when wanting to look at Papa's ideas. While the song sings about Lucifer's fall from heaven into hell, the music video shows Papa being indoctrinated into some kind of evil group, and being shown they want to use him to become some kind of god to entrance and enslave the masses. He ends up refusing and escaping, then endgaming himself, turning into Papa III, while stating that the light belongs to the people. This whole storyline can be interpreted as Papa not actually agreeing with the church when it comes to their end goal, world domination, with the transformation into Papa III symbolizing what he wanted to do as Papa, focus on the people rather than the church. As for Meliora as a whole, in an old Deezer interview, Special Ghoul breaks down the meaning of the title and imagery, stating that Meliora, which translates to the pursuit of something better, could be spoken as a question, as the imagery of the place within Meliora is dystopian, overly industrialized and without any faith in God. Within the songs of Meliora, Papa sings about cult worship, he is, Cyrus, and corruption mummy dust. But also seemingly seems to talk down to worshippers of Satan, like in Majesty, he calls followers of Satan soulless sheep and that are only worshipping his clout as the king of hell. While I doubt Papa is calling for people to go back to God, I don't think he thinks fairly highly of the new world in Meliora, where Satan is God. While Papa II wearing a suit and no face paint was him being too lazy to wear his robes, Papa III wearing his papal suit was him doing what he wanted. It was also a sign that he kinda knew he was going to be fucked over. As I have mentioned in the iceberg, Papa's suit is styled after King Gustav III, who was assassinated after taking over the government. He wears it on the cover of Pope Star, which is also the first time we see a Papa on an album cover. This could be seen as him wanting to be the focus of the people, rather than the church and their teachings. Bible is the last song on Pope Star. It was originally recorded by Swedish rock band Impera, and while it does straight up talk about the 7 days of creation, it is used to describe the upcoming fall of mankind, with God talking about destroying the world out of regret. Connect this back to Meliora. Papa seems to have zero faith in the world he sings about, the one where Satan is God. Zenith is about breaking free from the belief of God by our own research and science. Perhaps the God mentioned in Zenith is not the Christian God, but Satan. Maybe he wants people to look through the facade of himself and the church and come to their own conclusions about what is happening, what to believe, and who to follow. This also makes sense since Zenith is technically Papa III's last song. He's hoping he has shaken the faith of those that follow the church. This is self-explanatory. They were over Papa III's bullshit and wanted him gone while showing him they were, in the end, still the ones in control. Let's talk about Copia for a moment, because I feel that he is important in this theory. We love Copia, he is a good rat boy, but the man cannot stand up for himself to save himself, literally. He has always been under the direct control of Sister and Niall, and now Mr. Salterian. They're on the merch, they're in the music videos, they appear on tour, and while Sister was on tour with Papa III, she had a small opening speaking role, and that didn't last the whole era. while Nile is still blasting the sax 5 years after Miasma came out. Not to mention the obligatory EP after prequel was just a re-release of Nile's music. All the new chapters since Copia came home from tour has shown that he has absolutely no control of the church. He is pushed around by everyone, is constantly being threatened with death and acts like a child because he is being treated like one. I mean, look at his room. This is the room of the black sheep teenager, not the leader of a satanic church. It is absolutely clear the church have tightened their control on him as Papa to prevent him rebelling like Papa 3 did. This is also why they probably picked him of all people to take over after Papa 3. Copia is sisters and Nile's love-child theory aside. He has worked directly under Nile and Sister for God knows how long. He's used to being told what to do by them. I really like Impera. I see it as both a return to form after prequel, and the next step in Ghost's musical evolution. What was Impera's theme again? Oh yeah, the cycle of empires falling and being built, only to fall again. They tore down an empire to create a new one. They destroyed Meliora to create Impera. They destroyed the world Papa 3 used to show the church's vision was shit to create a church-approved vision of the world without God, while using a new Papa that does not and will not rebel against them. So anyone wanna go revolt against a satanic church, or is it just me?